going on, guys? Welcome back. I was just eating a sandwich, I kid you not, and then all of a sudden, bam, we got patch notes on the Discord. This was supposed to happen Thursday, but you'll never guess it. There were leaks. Leaks happened at Second Dinner at Marvel Snap. I swear a master plumber has seen more leaks than this game has. But either way, I thought we might as well just do an impromptu video right now and talk about the update hitting the game this Thursday or, tomorrow sometime in the mid-afternoon. And there's some good ones here, some shocking changes, a lot of buffs, a couple nerfs. Let's jump in. All right, let's kick it off in the nerf category, and we start with Angela. A lot of buffs this patch. We're going to start probably with the biggest, meta-affecting nerf, and that is Angela's going to be going from this 2-0 that gets +2 every single time you play a card on top of her to a 2-3 that gets +1. Now, obviously, immediately that's going to affect Ravonna in the shells of these decks. Obviously, leaving Ravonna and not Zabu is its own other thing, right? We know that Ravonna is very competitive at the moment. But Angela was apparently in 20% of matches across all of Marvel Snap, which is crazy to... Let's see. Angela decks managed to exceed 20% of all games played while also being the best deck. And I will say this right off the bat. Her going to a 2-3 is not going to be... it's not going to kill the card. Definitely still going to be competitive. You got the move cards that work with it. We're getting more cards coming in the next 2 months that I'll quote a couple times on this video. You can check out my video from yesterday about the leaked cards coming that are going to still make Angela great and move cards great. The Nocturne, the Jeff, the strategy is going to remain the same. But yeah, we had a card that has now been buffed and nerfed up there close to... the Thanos level of adjustments. We've seen her go and get buffed and nerfed, then buffed and nerfed, and now we're kind of in this middle ground of a competitive card, but not quite the Angela that came out upon release. So, yep, this is our big nerf of the patch, but from here we got a lot of buffs. All right, now we move to the buffs, and we've got Hercules, guys. As you might recall, he was a 4-cost, 7-power card in the game right now. He's going down to a 3-cost, 4-power card. And this, if you guys don't remember, this is what I wanted to see the moment that Hercules was launched. I thought he would be great as a 3-cost card. 4 felt very clunky. But again, on top of this, Move is getting a major upgrade, and even more so, Hercules is. Hercules is going to be great when September hits for sure, but he's going to be much better even now. I'm definitely going to get my hands on Move just to get used to it before the major update happens with Activate cards. Again, go check out the video. Love the change for Hercules. I think this will dramatically increase his play rate in those decks and possibly Phoenix Force, and we could start to see him kind of creep up a lot more, if you will. So great buff here. Excited to see it. Let's go to the next. Next up, we have Kingpin getting his second buff since release, and right now in game, he's a 2-cost 3-power card. When an enemy card moves here, it's going to be afflicted with -2 power. Guys, they're taking him down. They're taking him down to a 1-cost 2-power card. Same exact ability. This is awesome. I absolutely love this change. The deck that Kingpin is in has so many 3-cost cards and 4-cost cards that it can be a bit wonky when to play him. But as an opener, and an opener at that, that's a 1-2 that can scale well beyond that. This is cool. This is a cool change for him. I've kind of always loved the mobster move style of deck. One of my better performing ones that I play with personally. And so this will, again, it's not going to be a dramatic, huge shift. You're not going to see Kingpin decks everywhere, but I do think this is a nice, healthy change for a card that has just needed a lot of adjustments. It just has never really felt good to play, and hopefully this solves that issue. So I was pleasantly surprised to see Kingpin in here, and in an era of a lot of move about to happen between Hercules and what's coming, we need something to counter that. Now, while on the topic of move, we got another buff here as Spider-Man Miles Morales is going to a 4-6, previously a 4-5. And I find this hilarious because not just a year ago, Stature and Miles Morales decks were the meta. They're all over the mid-range deck, very powerful. In fact, they had to cut the interactions between it, and they nerfed Stature and Black Bolt because of it. And now, Stature's back, and Miles Morales is going to a 4-6. This guy, if you haven't played him in a while, super easy to activate. I was playing with him while Cersei came out. I love that he was a 4-drop that I could instantly get to a 5. You move a Jeff, you move all these plug-and-playable cards that you have once, and you have good value stats at a 1-6. So we could see another mid-range version of the deck happen with the Stature, Miles Morales, and a couple plug-and-play cards at that. And I also think they're just trying to make him a decent card with all the other Spider-Verse, Spider stuff coming out that are move focus. He needs something that makes him stand out a little bit. And yeah, this was our first season pass card, I believe, when the game launched. Man, it's been a while now. But yeah, glad to see Miles get some love for the first time. Next up, we have High Evo going from a 4-4 to a 4-6. Just him, obviously not the cards. But the best news in all of this is that essentially they've noticed that these decks have slid from their once prominent peak, which makes sense. They were really good. And they're going to go ahead and make future changes to the archetype. They haven't said what it's going to be. Obviously, there's a lot of High Evo decks. They're great. I feel like they kind of had their era for a while in the Leech and the Magic phase. But with Magic, we've got a lot of cards like Nocturne and Legion that can counter that. And then we have Red Hulk that is like the biggest counter to it. So I think they're just trying to make High Evo not completely useless in his own deck, at least stat-wise, kind of. So he's going to a 4-6. More changes down the line. If you're a High Evo enjoyer, rejoice. We've got good cards coming for the archetype in the shell of it, per se. But also, it looks like they're going to be updating that as well. So another, like, hey, unexpected, but nice to have. And then we move on to an unexpected buff. Again, Nick Fury. Kind of always forget he's in the game. He's going from a 4-5 to a 4-6. And, man, they're very delicate with this card, I feel like. I don't know, man. I just don't think this is going to be, like, the reason to play this card now. A lot of card generation, a lot of different options to play with, and obviously hand size is so important. So, yeah, Nick Fury's going to a 4-6. All right. Are you going to play him? Probably not, but hey, 4-6. And last but not least, we've got Alioth. Alioth is going from a 6-8 to a 6-10, and on top of that, this variant just came out, and I love it. I can't even tell you, man. The struggle and the look in these people's faces is my exact face every time I play Marvel Snap. I don't know. I think people might be mad because it's Alioth and they still have that kind of PTSD about him. They want to make him as another option to in-game, tech, trying to get rid of in-game plays that are huge swings. And I think this is fine. I think people don't really play Alioth much. We all own the card because he was good for so long. 6'10 is not going to change things dramatically, but definitely should up his play rate a little bit. And even more of a reason to get this just kick-ass variant. And yep, that's it, guys. So obviously not like anything massive outside of the Angela change that should, definitely mess up some of the 20% play rate of that. Excited for the Kingpin, the movement, all that great stuff. We're still a little bit of a ways away from making it insane, but we do know that there are patches coming out. I talked about all the cards coming out in the future. It's probably now important more than ever to save tokens and look ahead. So be sure to check out that video. And yes, sorry again for the production loss. It's just it's getting old, man. The amount of leaks from websites and people and create whatever. It's getting out of hand. It's getting a little out of hand, guys. But we're gonna be here to cover it if it does leak, even if I'm eating a sandwich. Yeah. So the fastest video is it's delayed even more so, but I'll get it out here probably either tonight or in the morning. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. Have a great one. Till the next one. Happy snapping.